hello. Welcome, everybody, to Chill and Spill. I am your host, Nubian. I hope everybody's doing good. As you can see, I've got a nice, healthy panel tonight. Oh, yes. Does that sound like Halloween a little bit, that laugh? A
A
bit
little bit.
witchy. How is everybody doing? Apologies for the title. Those that can see the title and it doesn't make sense because it was last week's title, we have some technical issues in the studio that we just can't ignore. So, apologies for the wrong title that you can see. We're really, really sorry about that. But the show must go on. We can't have you there sitting there waiting and hanging. Come on, the show has to go on. So, how's everybody doing? If you're first on the show, first time viewing the show, this is Chill and Spill. I am your host, Nubian. I am here today with guest Phoenix to my right. We have Zuz and C. We can't call them guests anymore because they're part of the furniture. They live here with us. That's what we do. C will come every now and again, but she still lives here. So yes, they are part of the furniture. As you can see, there's no Benson here today, but he's here in the building. You'll hear him, but you won't see him. So big up Benson each and every time. How is everybody doing? My week so far has been, as per usual, extremely hectic. But nevertheless, I am very grateful that I'm here, living and breathing. How is everybody doing? As the guest this week,
Um,
Phoenix, how is your week doing? How was your week this week?
this week's been, I'm not gonna lie, it's been difficult. It has been,
Challenging.
yeah, really challenging. It's just taking time out because every day can be quite overwhelming.
Yeah, I
So,
understand.
this topic was very like, yeah, I was passionate about this one when you told me about it when we saw each other. We're literally talking for hours. Do you remember? We're talking for hours, and I was like, you know what, I need to come on because, yeah, it's been difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we'll get
understand. We'll
into it.
get into it. We'll get
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Zuz, how are you doing?
I've had a good week. Yeah, it's been a good week this week.
Not so hectic like last week?
I wouldn't say not so hectic.
Everybody calm down?
Everybody calm down. Okay? I feel like my weeks are always hectic. A lot of revelation this week. A lot of growth. I just feel like overall it's been a really good week. Even though it's been hectic, you know, I feel like my eyes are clear. And yeah, it's just been a good week and I'm happy. So yeah, grateful.
Good, 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 good. See? At the end there?
I'm here. But
Yes.
yeah, mine's been a good working week. It's been busy, but working. That's all.
Working hard.
Working hard for that money.
Well.
You see me?
That was in my head, you know.
La 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 la. Oh, come on. We have to add a little bit. Yeah, come on. It just goes well.
100%.
Yeah, so the title of the show, because a lot of you can't see it, it's self-love. To tonight's topic. Oh, I forgot to do my
I
signature.
was just gonna say.
I've got to do it. I have to rewind and come back again. So what is the hot topic tonight?
Is that what you do?
Every-
I was waiting for
You was
drums.
like, what's going on? Tonight is about self-love. Hashtag me, myself, and I. Yeah? That is the title today because I just feel like it's very, 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 very important.
Extremely.
Yes, for male and female to have self-love, which I think a lot of us are lacking. Um, we are human beings, so we are gonna have some confidence issues sometimes. Sometimes we don't feel good. We wake up in the morning. We're happy to wake up in the morning, but sometimes you feel like, what's the point of living? Because this is wrong, that's wrong, this wrong. The list goes on. So I just feel like it's a topic that needs to be addressed. Um, yeah, so that is the topic today. It's all about self love. I would love some feedback from you guys about self love. and what your definition is about self-love, because it's like borderline mental health, if you don't have enough self-love. And what I want to find out is, is there a level of self-love? Is there too much self-love? Is there a middle, or is there a a lower part of self-love? Because sometimes you've got some people that are so into themselves, they become extremely selfish as well,
Mhm.
that they actually don't care about nobody at all. So I feel like that's just going overboard, to be fair. And to me, the world is becoming more and more and more selfish as the days go by.
100%.
I'm not sure about you guys what you
100%.
think, but I think that's what it is. I feel like it's so self-love. Does that include being selfish?
I mean, you have to be, innit,
Yes,
at
to a
one point.
level.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
how deep, how much selfishness is it though?
What you need.
Yeah, literally. You need to have selfishness to a level of what you need, and I feel like it just also depends on the circumstances.
Mhm.
You know, if you're a person that never really gives yourself self-love, then you need a lot of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a person that normally does give themselves self-love and you just need a little top up, then do you get what I mean? You're not going to kind of exceed that, but regardless, it's something that's needed and something that we need to practice
It's
more.
knowing your worth, really, because once you know your worth, you know how much you need.
Yes.
You know how much self-love you need. If you don't
Yeah.
know your worth, how are you gonna know what to give yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, say if you're somebody that is selfless, and then as the time goes by, you realize being selfless is a detriment to yourself.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
I feel
So
like, yeah.
yeah. So sometimes when you're a selfless person, and then you then decide, look, I'm not being this
Right,
person
100%.
anymore.
Yeah.
I am going to be a bit selfish. People doesn't understand you. That's like, what? I don't know this person. I don't know Nubian. She don't usually do this. She don't usually do that. How come she's doing it now?
That's because people are not used to change. That's what it is. When you're used to someone being a certain way, and then people, normally people always say you're rich and switch. But really and truly, it's not that I'm rich and switch. It's because I've changed my lifestyle. It's because I'm actually giving myself a little bit more self-love. I'm being a little bit more. I'm thinking a little bit more on the moves that I'm making. I'm
Mhm.
considering stuff a little bit more. Whereas before, you might not be considering anything. You were just doing what you need to do, making sure everyone's happy, and not thinking about yourself. But when you start to consider your next moves, and you actually start to map out what the things that you want to do, people are always going to be like, oh, they're not acting the same, or you're rich and switch, or, this person's changed. But it's only because you're just used to me being this one way.
Exactly that. And that's why I said that this week's been tough, because I've always been a person that I give everyone my energy. Like, I give everyone my energy, my time, all the time. All the time. And this is from like young. Like, people don't understand. Like, people say, oh, you're always happy, and oh, you. No, you don't get it. Like, I show you that side because I have time for you, but behind closed doors, it's completely different thing. I'm battling myself, thinking, where do I fit myself in this whole equation?
Exactly.
Especially when you have children, or you're a carer, or you have family members. It's like you're always giving, and that's what I was doing. I was compensating my own happiness, my own time for everyone else. And it wasn't a bad thing. Like, I love listening to people and talking to everyone, but the fact is, self-love is really deep.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
it really is deep. Like, it's sitting with yourself and really realizing
And being comfortable in your own skin.
right. And
Yeah.
also what makes you happy.
Yes.
And if it means removing yourself from situations or people, then it's going to have to be. And if they don't like it, then you've got the issue, not me.
Exactly.
Because how much am I going to be sitting here through your, I'm not saying, you haven't got a lot going on, but I've been a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's the other way round now, it's
not
completely
reciprocated, is it?
different. And then it's like, oh, you've changed. There's nothing wrong with me. Shit. There's nothing wrong with me because it's like I'm always giving. I'm not doing it, and like you said, it's a time in your life where you're like, now me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
now me, and I don't
Exactly.
think it's selfish. There's selfish people that have got no heart.
That's
When
the
you've got a
difference.
good heart and you choose to just be like, I'm gonna back off a bit, that's completely different. There's people that are just gonna take, and when you don't give to them, it's all about them again.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
And I think that self-love, yeah, you have to not care about what people think. Like, you can't care about people. When it's self-love, you got to think about yourself. So whether people's got an opinion or how they're moving with you, you have to throw that away because
Yeah.
it's not self-love then.
And it's, you know
Exactly.
what's so funny? It's also the fact that it's respecting yourself.
Yes.
Respecting your energy,
No,
your
your worth.
body, your
Your soul.
time, your worth, your soul.
Putting yourself first.
100%.
Putting yourself first. That's
And
what
not
it
giving
is.
a damn.
And not caring about what other people think. And so, yeah, self-love is a level of selfishness.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? It is. 'cause
It's
you
just the
have
levels,
to be. You
to be
have
honest.
to. You have to think about yourself to be able to give anyone else love.
Exactly.
Do you get what I mean? Like people, I don't think actually people get that if
concept.
you don't give yourself love, if you don't love yourself, how are you going to love anyone else, or how are you going to
Teach
allow
them,
anyone
yeah.
to love you? You have to love yourself in order to receive it and give it.
Exactly.
It's a two-way street.
That's it.
Do you get what I mean?
Welcome aboard, Christine. Good evening. Good evening, Christine. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Nice to see you here this evening. And welcome aboard to Barbara. Welcome. Hi to you. Good evening, Faye and Tamara. Tamara has said, self-love to me is ensuring my cup's full so I can pour into others.
Amen.
If you're at your best, you can show up for others later.
Listen.
Hi Tanya, welcome aboard.
Clap,
Welcome
clap,
to
clap,
Chill
clap,
and
clap.
Spill. Where's the applause?
Oh, I'm scared.
Find it. Press
Oh, there's a
button.
button. Oh, there's a button
Yes,
for it.
button.
Shut them up.
I knew it's gonna be that. I knew it's gonna be that.
Wait,
Oh
was
my
it the wrong
gosh, wait,
button?
hold
Yes.
on.
Oh my god. You need to label it.
Oh my god, they're labeled. That's what's funny.
There
It's
we
the
go.
law. Oh, it's the law.
Oh dear, it's all
We're
happening.
laughing because obviously what just happened. That's why we're laughing. But yeah, no. We totally agree. Totally agree. Shall I see if I can find it one more time? Papa scared. There we are. Clap, 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 Tamara. Clap, clap, clap.
Yes. Christine says you have to take care of number one before you can take care of number two.
It's so true.
It just makes sense to me. It just makes sense.
It really does. I feel like also, so let me put it to you ladies. Don't you think that, sometimes in relationships, this is all relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, there's so much relationships, it's just relationships, isn't it? Sometimes, whether it be a friendship or a romantic relationship, people can self-sabotage. Yeah? They could see a good friend
Yes.
or a good man or a good woman and they self-sabotage. And I think that is a level of not having any self-love for themselves
Exactly.
because they choose to self-sabotage. You are not allowing someone to give you love because you're scared about whatever experiences that you've gone through.
Do you know what? Actually, saying that because you cut off. I knew we cut you off. Yes, 100%. I do that all the time. I do
Yeah.
that all
Self-sabotage.
the time. And the reason why I do that is not because I don't love myself. It's the fact that I've been hurt so much, so I'm not even gonna allow you to do that to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you do that to me. No way, Jose.
Right. So
Because
this
I'm
is what
such
I'm
a good
saying.
person, and
Right.
it happens to me.
But this is what I'm
Exactly.
saying. This is why there's even though it's not like you don't love yourself, because we all do it. We've all done it, I'm sure, on this panel at some stage or whatever. It's not that not having self-love, I mean, not necessarily self-sabotaging, but you self-sabotaging or kind of like protecting yourself in a certain way is meaning that you haven't given yourself enough self-love. So you've got the self-love, but maybe you haven't given yourself enough self-love to allow that person into your life, to allow because of your experiences. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes you could have so much bad experiences and then you come across a friend or let's just say a romantic relationship and they're everything that you ever wanted. But in your head, it's too good to be true. So let me just actually sabotage this and lock it off before they lock it off because I'm scared about what I've been through before. So it's like you have that little bit of self love because you let yourself taste it a little bit, but you haven't given yourself enough self love to be able to fully let that person in, let your guard down. And I'm not saying let your guard down for everything and don't be aware of certain things. You know, obviously, if you see a pattern, you're going to have your guard up. But I feel like sometimes when it comes to self sabotaging, people don't have enough self love to allow themselves to be loved.
That's right. Welcome aboard, Samson Asana. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Samson says, so far, I agree with you, ladies. You have to be selfish. And Tanya also said, self-love is hard, especially when you have others that you have to prioritize. That's
Yes.
another thing.
Yes.
This is what I mean by the levels of selfishness. How deep does the selfishness go? Because some people don't know the balance. Some people don't know how much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I find there's a bit of a
But that's
problem.
why I feel like people. Is my mic working? Hello. Yeah,
You're
it's working.
talking to
Yeah.
that bit.
I just feel like people need to start sitting with themselves. That
Yeah.
people don't. They think it's all about the materialistic things of what I have and
Yeah.
how I look, and it's all about going to do the nails, and I want to go buy myself a new car. But the fact is, that kind of stuff on the outside looks fine, but when
Yeah.
you go home, you got the same problem.
Exactly.
You got the same problem because you're not looking
Exactly.
at the problem in.
Right.
Yep.
You know.
It's like all those people, no judgment, but those that, go for cosmetic surgery, change their face, body, whatever, they do it because they feel like it's going to empower them to a certain extent. But what they don't do is work on themselves on the inside first and then get that done. Because then you will be living your full truth. You will never be insecure about yourself. You just changing your look is not going to solve the problems within. It's not going to solve the fact that you don't have self-love for yourself. Do you get what I
Exactly.
mean? You change these things because you think it's going to give you more self-love. You're going to love yourself more. You're going to like the way you look in the mirror. But really and truly, you could change that and still have the exact same problem.
This is I was just going to touch on that. I was watching a show this week, and the person went through a full-on sex change from a male to a woman, had everything done. Yeah, they're proper fully trans now, and they've realized about themselves that they still don't like themselves. As much as you've gone through all of this, you've done so much to enhance your looks and to change from a gender. You've changed gender, and you're still got insecurities about yourself and self-esteem. It's astonishing that 85% women suffer from low self-esteem.
Because they fix the outside though.
Yes,
We want to fix the outside, hair, nails done, but no one's not fixing the inside.
exactly.
The mind, the soul. You're not fixing your heart. Like I always say,
Exactly.
no one not heal enough to fix themselves and find their self-love. It's just like, oh, let me get my nails on, hair done. Now I'm back on. No, you're not back outside.
Yes.
Just be inside
Yeah,
and work
yeah.
on yourself.
Yeah,
okay?
because the low self-esteem, it affects, like, how are you supposed to be happy if you've got low self-esteem? It's not going to happen.
And you know what? Those kind of low self-esteem really pick up really bad habits.
Yeah.
Like really bad habits.
Yeah.
Like I'm being serious. Like you going outside, having meaningless sex,
Yeah, yeah.
drug abuse, alcoholism, putting negative on other
Gambling.
people, gambling, jealousy, hatred, walking outside. And do you know what's so funny as well? Children are picking this up.
Yes, very important
Children
point.
are picking this up. And you know what I blame as well? I blame the government. I'm not going to lie to you. Because half the stuff we teach you in school, why is this self-love stuff not there?
Exactly.
What, like, I'm not going to... No, jokes apart. Like, we learn about history, right?
Sorry.
But then a lot of the history don't teach the right history. We learn about geography. I mean, we need geography, I get that. But it should be a choice. But self-love, some of these children don't love themselves as well.
Yes, a lot of them don't.
And then a lot of parents that don't love themselves, that have children, can't give the children
Child love.
love or the love that they need. Do you get what I mean? And don't get me wrong, no parent is perfect. we're all a work in progress. Do you get what I mean? But
Exactly.
there still has to be some sort of level of self-love for you to be able to give to your child,
You have to see it.
or so they can see it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So they can say to themselves, "You know what? I am beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what I look like, no matter what shape I am, what shade I am. Do you get what I mean? I am beautiful how I am. Do you get
How
what I'm
many
saying?
of us look in the mirror though and say, you know what, I'm beautiful? How many of us every day will go into the mirror and say, you know what, you are a goddess, you're beautiful, you deserve everything, you know, you're a good person. How many of us do that?
Now
Do you
I
know
am.
what? I feel like mine's 70-30.
That's not
I
bad.
feel like 70-30. And I've
Yeah,
only
that's
just
good.
started that though, but I've only just, I know within my heart is 1000% pure.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
doubt of
Yeah.
what my heart or what I give people because I always give. And I'll still get stabbed and I'll still patch that up and I'll still work outside and still be nice.
Yeah,
Because that's just how my heart is. I don't say, oh, because you've done something to me, I wish you this. I don't do that.
exactly.
I don't do that.
That's
I
right.
don't do that. I will always be pure. So I know my heart. But so obviously, physically wise, we're all like that. We're like, oh, you know, my arms are big or my legs are big or I don't like this or oh, I've got spots or, you know, we all have that. But I feel like the 30% is obviously the physical.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I get up and I'm like, yeah, I look nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I look good.
You know, like,
I
you're
look
like,
good
yeah,
today.
You know, like, that's when,
Uh.
and that's when I've got my own camera.
Yeah.
But then when
Yeah.
cameras are on me, I'm like, yo.
And I think we've
Ego.
touched on this before, ladies, haven't we? When it comes to the filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've touched on this
Yes.
before.
Yes.
They've got this filter, you know, on these social medias, and it's like if you haven't got the filter on, because the thing is, not everyone can get their lashes done every other week and their nails done, or can afford certain makeups. And these filters allow you to look like you've got everything on. You've got lashes on, you've got makeup on. You're well done up, babes. Yeah. So you're so used to using the filter sometimes that when you put on the normal camera, you look at yourself, you're like, nah. Nah, I
And
don't
that's the
like
thing.
this.
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie.
Mm.
I can't lie.
It's a lot.
I don't use filters. I don't use filters. I just don't use
I
them.
don't use them either.
I don't use them because I know that there's a possibility or a high risk of me getting so used to the filter that when I have take a picture or do a video without a filter, that I'm not gonna like what I see. So I prefer myself, my opinion, this is just for me, I prefer not to. So then when I look at myself, I'm like, yeah, if I put on a little makeup, I'm like, yeah, boy, you look good. Jeez, you know, you look good. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm still
But
looking
it's
at
out
me.
there.
I'm
Because the
still
thing is, the filter's on every social media platform.
every social media.
Yeah, it's on Snapchat, it's on Instagram. You know, I don't know about what else is there. They've got WhatsApp, but WhatsApp, have they got filter on
They
WhatsApp?
got filters like the finish of your face and stuff like that. But yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just out there. You can't be helped. Because sometimes you might feel to yourself, you know what, I'm tired, but I still feel good. So I want to take a little something, and it might have a filter.
Do you know what? I don't mind using filter as long as I'm taking my own picture. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, you're like, oh, can you take my? Mind you, yeah, I don't like that shit. Oh, sorry, I swore. But I really don't like because when someone says, "Oh, take a picture of me," I take 20 pictures for you. You know,
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
will stand it all day, make sure you look good.
Yeah.
Why are you taking my picture? You're like, nah. Delete that.
Mm.
Because I'll take my own picture, thank you very much. Because they'll try, like, you know, like sabotage on the slide. Like, why are you taking my picture like that?
Yeah.
Like, I took your picture 20 pictures.
Yeah.
Why are you taking like 3 on me and it looks like that?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's what I was going to touch upon earlier, yeah, about people. Like, I was going to say, you need to have the right people around you for self-love.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes then people will knock your confidence. If you had the right team, a right person, a right partner,
Your
Yeah.
tribe,
that
your
person
tribe.
will make you feel that self-love.
It's
Yeah.
true.
If you had the wrong people around you, you won't feel that self-love.
No, it's true.
No, you won't.
It's very, very
You
true,
won't.
see.
And I've
You
never
want-
had
Very,
that.
very
This is
true.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have to have a good
Oh,
team.
dear.
Good
Oh, no.
Is
team.
it, oh dear. Is that to me or to
No, sir.
I don't understand.
What are you trying to say? Applause? It's true what CP's saying. Like, you do have to have the right people around you.
Yes, you do.
You really do. And I feel like sometimes you go through life and you pick up these people
And you
because
think-
you're
the
the
thing is,
light
more
and they're
time,
attracting.
You think that you have the right people around you. That's the killer thing.
That's the killer thing.
You feel like, yeah, man, I've got like you said,
What?
Vic,
I'm a
like you said,
brethren.
Phoenix, I've got my tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
And
Until
there's always
somebody,
someone that comes along and you're like, damn. You're like, damn, you again. Like, what the hell is this? Like, I'm
Yeah.
literally, it's got to a point where I'm so used to just cutting now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm telling you now, I've got to the stage where I'm like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah.
Like, I just cut, and I don't explain anymore.
You have to,
You just,
though.
just
But
see
see,
me go
that's-
missing.
See, that is a level of self-love.
Definitely.
That's
You're
a level of
protecting-
self-love.
You're protecting your energy. and
Right.
yes.
Right. You're protecting your energy from the vampires. Yeah, the
Exactly.
people that suck
blood
out your
suckers.
energy,
Yes.
drain you, never encourage you, and like we've all said, sometimes you don't know. You think you've got, your people them around you. You feel like you've got your tribe, and you realize it's the closest ones to you. Yeah. That are the ones that are the most envious, and the ones that are the most jealous, and the ones that like to see when you're down.
Exactly.
It's crazy,
And they like the
innit?
one-upmanship. They want to be in a better position than you. They always want to seem like they're in a better position than you, but really and truly, they want what you have, which is a part of your soul.
Exactly.
There's something that
can't
you
buy
have.
that.
Exactly, that's your character.
You can't buy it.
That you can't buy. You have to be
Yes.
born with. If you're
That's
not
it.
me, you're just not me. That's it. And it's something that I have that you wish that you could obtain, and you can't obtain that because that is me. And that's a part of me, and that's where the jealousy stems from, and all these things.
Not just that, but I noticed I've spoke to a lot of women, and the people that make them lose their self the most is their partner, which is so sad to say. Which that person should be pouring into your cup, but it's the men or the females in the relationship that make you feel you ain't got that self-worth.
Yeah,
It's so
for
sad.
sure.
And you lose yourself in relationships so much, you don't have that self-love no more. If
Yeah.
that person or that man or woman's not pouring into your cup, you need to leave that situation.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's not helping you.
Because there's like C said, there's so many women out there and men that will draw your energy out.
Yeah, 1 second, Azuz. I have to address the viewers because they've written this ages ago. We just began
wow.
la 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 la. Dan, welcome, Dan. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Dan says yes, so true. Self-love must start from early.
Yep, that's what I was
It must
saying.
start from early. And Faye says I think they should teach self-love in the schools. Also, yes, parents need to teach their children from young about self-love. You know, it's very, very important.
It's
It
the
is,
kids.
you know.
It's the kids, really. Like, let's be honest, it's the kids because it's the generation. Like, some of them, I'll see them walking out. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen 14-year-olds with lashes on.
No. Every child,
Like, lashes and makeup.
every child that's in
Yeah.
secondary school right now, the young girls, all of them have got extensions down to the knees, lashes,
Like
and their nails done.
Yeah.
Everyone, all of them have got it.
Yeah, and then the young boys, are probably falling for these girls. And then they get to a point when as they get older, they realize that's probably not what they want. They want maybe a girl that's a bit more natural or whatever, someone that's a little bit confident within themselves. But they're so used to seeing this type of girl. Sometimes even when they do see someone that's natural, they're like, "Oh no, that's not my type."
You know them ones.
She doesn't have a long
Oh my
weave,
God.
or she
Yeah.
doesn't have. Do you get what I mean?
A lot of them are wearing
her
wigs
hair's
as well.
natural, nah, man. She's
Oh,
a
vice
straight
versa.
and that.
Changing it every
Or
single
vice
day.
versa,
Yeah.
though. Women think, let me do all this stuff for the man, and the man wants the one that's natural. So sometimes it's the other way
Exactly.
around.
Exactly.
The girl next door.
Majority of the time, let's be real.
Yeah, exactly.
Majority of the guys I've spoken to like natural women.
Yeah.
Natural bodies, natural hair, just natural, your natural self.
Yeah.
Like they don't mind like a 1-2 braids or whatever, but they don't necessarily want the big, long, everlasting weave. Do you get what I mean? They don't want the
Everyone's
lashes that's
Do you know
literally
what
at
it is? We were
wings.
discussing it the other day that everyone's starting to look the same.
Yeah, we will say that.
Everyone is starting to look like clones.
When you go on social media, you just think to yourself, hang on a minute. You feel like you've seen them before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different person because everybody literally looks the same. Everyone's got the what's it called, the contouring. I'm not knocking nobody, you know. I'm not knocking the people that wear the wigs. I'm not knocking people that like wearing the makeup or whatever. But there's just
Do
levels.
what you feel, do what you like.
Yeah. What it is, because everyone's looking the same now, and that's what it is. And is there self-love deep down underneath?
Not just that, if you take it off, you still love yourself. That's
It's
another
true.
thing.
Exactly.
When you take off them lashes and the hair and you look in the mirror, are you still feeling the same way you did with the lashes?
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what
Or
I tell
are you
yourself.
waking up next to your man, yeah, and you wake up early, 3 hours earlier, so you can,
that?
so you can
I
do
know
your
some.
hair,
Who
you can
does
do your hair,
that?
Yep.
put your makeup on, put your lashes on, and then lie right back next to him, and then
And
go,
like,
like say,
I
I
woke
woke
up
up like
like
this.
There's laughing now.
No, surely no one.
I'm not doing it because I don't.
She's gonna pick the wrong one again.
Oh, God. There we go. Oh, yes. So we have Benson in the building. He's trying to stay on the sidelines. How are you doing, Benson?
Morning.
You know, it's
Yeah.
evening.
How you been doing?
I'm fine and I'm giving thanks. Just a bit knackered, but as always, very interesting topic. And I can hear you ladies going on and on and on about it. And the thing is, what I think about this topic is maybe love for self-love is more of a, for me personally, I can't speak about men, I don't know. But me personally, I don't even understand that part of loving myself, to be honest with you. Because I would need a little bit of clarification as to a person loving themselves. Because I love people around me, but for me personally, I'm not too in touch with my feelings like that to think about myself,
You
of
see?
loving myself. So when you're not in touch with your feelings, it's you'll give love to people around you, and for those persons who know me will say that I'm a loving person, and I don't go beyond the call of duty to prove myself to no one at any point in time. I just always like being me, and then being me, which I think I'm a very caring person, but I don't think about caring for myself like how I care for others.
Oh, yeah, I can relate to that.
So in saying that, maybe would need about a next 7 8 hours for me to even explain it.
Oh my God.
But my understanding for those persons who think about self-love, in my opinion, I think it's something that the first step I think you would have to do is stop comparing yourself to others.
Yes.
Don't worry about others' opinion. So, and allow yourself to make mistakes.
This
And don't
serious.
Yep.
and don't wobble in your mistake. What has happened is already past and gone. And remember to value yourself, right? And remember that the value does not lie in your body or how you look. To me, it's a more internal thing. So when when a person, to me, should go about being self-love, I don't think, if you know yourself and have that level of consciousness and show love to people around you, you don't even bother about yourself really and truly, to be honest with you.
Oh dear.
You get what I mean? So
But you
I've
should.
never really take the time out to really
Think about it.
think about loving myself. I just get on with it. So where that is concerned, even if you try and make good decisions at times as an individual, to say to yourself that you're making a decision that it will affect people around you, you more consider about them than even yourself at times.
I agree. I agree. I can relate a lot to what you're saying there, and it also you always have to try and let go of the toxic people around you, which we've mentioned before, you know, and process your fears. Sorry, better to cut you. That was very great because we want to hear the man's point of view as well, not just the woman's point of view. Mana General, welcome aboard. Mana General says, "Oh wow, panel looking like a garden of roses."
Thank you.
Thank you, Mana General. Thank you.
And he also said, "Benson, stay pan this sideline today, brother. Nobody spoil up the panel."
Oh dear.
My ways have a go at me. I can't wait for him to sit on the panel.
Do you know what I mean?
We're
Your
waiting
time's
for
coming,
you,
you know,
Mana
Mana
General.
General.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're waiting for you to come
Yeah,
on the
man,
panel.
I
Waiting
can't wait for him.
patiently.
Can't wait for him to sit on the panel. And you know, where self-love is concerned, I don't think a lot of men pay attention to themselves like how women do.
Yes.
Some men, yeah.
Yeah, some men. You know, I don't think
I think
men,
majority.
Majority.
I
men
think
really-
majority.
Confidence is not self-love.
Yeah.
I don't think men really spend time to do that. And then when you mention about like persons around you, you know, I don't think that has an effect on a person who was born as a leader, really. Because if a person is a leader, you know, leaders know what is right from what is wrong, you know, no bad influence, you know. So in each and every individual, I think each and every individual should take the opportunity upon themselves to try and to be a leader for themselves and don't be a follower. Because if you are, you know, so to me, it's a level of consciousness within.
Yeah.
So I don't refer to like self-love has to do with an individual. Because those persons who will allow people around them to break their confidence or whatever, that
Yeah.
part of you is weak.
Depends who it is, though.
Yes.
But do you
So-
know what? Also, sorry to cut you, Benson. I feel like I agree with what you're saying. At the same time, like even if you are a leader, yeah, the energies, like if you are a leader, you also need to be a leader in spirituality. And you also need to protect your energy if you're around those people. Now, there's many people out there that don't know how to do that. They might be leaders, but they don't know how to protect their energies when they are around people that are not making the right decisions or they're doing wrong or whatever. So
That.
therefore, you're absorbing some level of that energy.
Yeah,
So
for
even
sure.
though you might be a leader, you might not do what they do, and you know you have that level of consciousness within you to do certain things. You're still absorbing some sort of energy. If you're not protecting yourself, if you're not
Yeah, if you're not protecting your chakra.
yeah, if you're not protecting your chakras, if you're not like visualizing protection over you, you are absorbing a part of that energy. Maybe not
And-
all, but a part of it.
And that's what I was saying about when we were all saying about in the beginning, like, how do you feel? That's exactly how I've been feeling for the whole week. That is exactly how I'm feeling the whole week. It's just been like, you know, your body's just shut. You're so drained.
Yes, yes,
Your
yes.
emotions is
Mentally,
it's just numb.
physically drained.
Like you can't even focus. You can't. You just feel weird. Like someone's been tugging on you, and even when you distance yourself, it's like you can still feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those people, those draining people, the vampires have been around you. So if you haven't protected yourself, it's gonna affect you in some sort of way without you realizing. It's only when you take a step back and then you realize, oh wow, is this what I've been dealing with all this time?
But
Yeah.
even being a leader, when you're saying about being a leader, you still need a team to boost you up. Every leader still has a team that's gonna
Yeah.
get them to the point where they need to be.
There's no
So-
leader on their own.
There's
Yeah.
no
No,
leader
you
just
still
out
need
there
It's
by
like a
someone.
house.
themselves.
A
You still
house.
need
A
So I
house.
don't have a leader. How I don't have a team.
That's why you probably don't know about self-love as much.
Well, probably. Well, if me, more need self-love then, you know.
But
I
it will
Because
help
here what
boost you.
happened.
It will help boost you though.
But do you
Even
know
if
what?
the
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm like you, Benson. I'm just like you. Like I really am. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very much like if I ain't got no one, I don't care. That's how bad it is. I
Yeah.
don't care. Like I am actually better on my own with my family because they make me happy.
Yeah.
Anyone outside is a bonus. Like who's in my house, that's what makes me smile. They're the people that I love. They're the ones that know my authentic self. They're the ones I can be myself around. Everyone else, I feel like I have to like dim my light a little bit, or I end up being, no, I just love myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna stop being myself because you don't feel comfortable with that.
But then if you loved yourself, you wouldn't have to dim your light.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then it's sometimes it does feel like it's normal. You're human. You're gonna sometimes feel a certain way, no matter how confident you are. You're
Mm.
always gonna put others first, or you're gonna feel like you're not, you're good enough. That's how I feel. Like I'm so sometimes, a majority of the time, I'm actually like up there. But
Yeah.
there's always that like 1%, 2, 3% when I'm around people that are negative and
Mm.
they make me feel that way. And then when I'm out of their energy, I'm back to me again.
Exactly, because
Mm.
in
Take away
some
that
in
energy.
some way or form, you've absorbed what
Yeah.
Right.
they are, what they're portraying, what they're
But
giving
then
out.
if,
Yeah.
okay, how would you like? For me, I always struggle with that. Like I struggle with knowing who those toxic people are. That's me being honest. Like, I will talk to anyone down the road. People just talk to me, and I'm thinking, why are you talking to me? But they talk to me, and generally, like even people I'm around, I can't identify who you talk to because I always give my love to everyone, and it gets too late, and I'm like, then I get hurt.
But you see that
Too much giving.
what I've told Nubian
But
this.
sorry, we are definitely babbling on, ladies.
Go on.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. I'm not shutting you guys down, but we have to address the viewers as well. Faith says, yes, that's true, CC. Partners are the ones that break down your self-esteem sometimes and make you feel worthless if you don't love yourself, because once you love yourself, no negative comment can penetrate you.
Yes.
Amen to that, to be honest.
Amen to that.
Manor General said, the older you get, the more you learn to be by yourself and be happy doing so.
Yep.
The older you get.
Yep, that's so true.
And also Christine has said, but that is down to the parents not taking control of their child. Talking about the children, teaching them from. That's how long ago these comments were there.
Sorry.
Christine says, but Benson, you really need to be in touch with yourself. Stop putting others in front of you. And Benson, you're saying all these wonderful things, but you need to install it into yourself.
Yes, that's another thing that we don't do. We don't take on our own advice.
Yeah, we can give
Always.
all
we
the
can give
advice.
all the
Yeah.
All the
advice
advice.
in the world, and we don't take our own advice.
Bad.
You what happened?
Okay.
Oh dear.
You see,
It's serious.
remember now, it's not everybody. We're sharing a conversation now, right? And this conversation will go on for maybe an hour and an hour and a half. What we have to realize is like that's why there are some persons that I set my phone on timer on when I'm speaking to them about life and all those things. You don't speak to some persons for over 10 minutes, because if you go over 10 minutes, they won't get anything from it. It doesn't make sense for sometimes for you to speak to some persons for 20 minutes, half an hour, or whatever, and then the following day you ask them, you remember what I said to you yesterday? Then they don't remember. Now, for some persons, you can only hold a 5-minute conversation with them because that is what they will absorb. I'm not a person who will sit with a person and take in everything what a person is saying. When a person is talking to me, I put what they're saying in a strainer. So some goes out and some come in. You understand? Some stay. So what happened is, remember, a lot of us, don't have motivators around us. I don't have any motivator around me. So I have to be my own motivator. So all of this has to do with self. I have to motivate myself. Yes, there are persons around me who will encourage me when I feel down and stuff like that, which is the norm. But what happened is,
It's not the norm. Not everyone
at,
has it.
at times, I get so used to people speaking positive things to me and holding positive conversation, wherein now, at times, when somebody is encouraging me, to be honest, I can tell them it's a waste of time because it don't go anywhere.
But do you know what? If you motivate yourself,
So,
that's a level of self-love.
It definitely
It's-
is.
no, this is what I was asking a friend of mine earlier on about what is self-love. And when I was asking her, and she was very intellectual person, that I thought I need a little bit of clarification on the topic. And I must say, Nubian, I must compliment you for putting out the topic earlier on in the week, right? But I didn't get the time to really look into it. And then I was asking her what was the meaning of self-love. And then I think I said it to you, Nubian, and you said, like, buying yourself stuff. You can't go naked, so you have to buy your clothes.
No, I
So
never
if I
said-
go out and buy something for myself, that no means I love myself. I have to buy a pair of shoes or I have to buy a shirt. You
What is
understand? So some people use self-love as a materialistic thing. You understand? So to me,
Wow.
no, you're not the only person who said
I
that.
never said it though.
So, huh?
I never said buying yourself stuff. That is what
Like-
self-love is. I never said that.
Well, my misunderstanding
Yes,
then for what you
please.
said.
Because
So,
it doesn't look like I'm very educated when you say, "Oh, self-love is just
So-
buying yourself stuff."
so to me, where that is concerned is just to me, I'm wondering if self-love is really important. And then if I even
Definitely is.
if I
Oh
ask
dear.
if I ask this question and say it that way, say it this way, a lot of people would be saying, you know, this boy not sensible. Because I personally, I don't know self-love. And I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna say anything that to me to get an applause at the end of the show. I don't know what is self-love.
And that's being honest. And
Yeah,
that's
I
being-
don't know what it is.
And that's being honest at the end of the day. If you don't know what it is, that's being
Yeah,
honest
I don't know
within
what it
yourself.
is.
And that's what this show's about, isn't it?
'Cause, yeah,
It's
so
about being honest about what you understand about the
about- yeah.
topics. And not many people understand about self-love. You know, and which is why we need to talk about these things. You know, self-love is not just buying yourself things. It's giving yourself the time, you know, giving yourself the time to be, giving yourself the time to be the best you can be.
The best version
Put
of
the
yourself.
best version of yourself. Putting
Yeah.
energy into
It's not
yourself.
about. It's
Do you
not
get what I'm
about
saying?
materialistic stuff. It's not
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
And
Right.
this is what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that self-love is about buying yourself stuff and doing this and that. No, it's about valuing yourself as a person and loving yourself and taking care of yourself and making sure you're eating the right foods and all of these things and surrounding yourself with the right people, what you think is the right people, because you don't know. You
Yeah.
think that you're around the right people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it each and every time because people will walk around with a veil.
You
But
know,
they-
small,
so-
small.
People will
Ain't that
walk
right?
around with
Yeah.
a veil. And I'm not being funny. The veil will reveal. You will reveal yourself soon.
This serious.
Whether or not it's now, a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years.
We are say.
The veil will lift and you will see what's behind. A lot of people hide themselves and what they are.
Yes.
That's why when we lose
Yeah.
people, a lot of us chase back after these people. But they're removed for a reason, and we don't
You
understand.
You
that
don't
this
understand
person
why they're
left your
removed
life,
and you're still
and you're
chasing
still
them.
chasing that person.
Is-
Yes.
You're still
Leave that
chasing the
alone.
person that
Yes.
was removed. Why?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yep.
They say, right? You have to love yourself
Yeah.
to love others.
Yeah.
Yeah? You know me, I think about it this evening. And I really true.
Why do you think that then?
Why me think that?
Yes.
So you can
Why?
love others and not love
How
yourself.
have you come to that conclusion?
How me come to the conclusion?
You know, I'm like him,
Because
that's
if
what
me
I'm
no pay
saying,
no
yeah.
attention to myself, then how me love others? The love when me feel for other people around me no feel it for myself. The way when me care about other people around me, I don't do that for myself.
This is
So
it.
then, is it just care and not necessarily love? Then
Yeah.
is it
Me
just
no-
care to a certain extent,
So,
and
So
then
it
there's
may
a
not be
barrier?
love.
It might not
So-
be love.
here what happened? Wait, what is love? Define the word love.
Don't let me go on Google now.
Yeah, if you define the word love,
Mana
Yeah.
General says, if you don't have self-love, how
But
are you
you-
going to show love to
But-
somebody else?
Exactly.
that
Or
is
show
why,
love to somebody
but
else?
that is why me come to the conclusion that is a myth with my personal self, because me love everybody around me.
But you're not taking
And
in
me
the love
care
from
for other
others then.
people. Huh?
That means you're not taking in the love that people are giving you. You're not
Thank
seeing
you,
that
Christine.
love that people are bringing into you.
Yeah.
And you're not appreciating their love because there's people around
Oh,
you
you
that must
mean?
love you.
But that may I explain it to you,
Okay.
right? That may I tell you.
Mm.
Say, with me, I can't speak about anybody else.
Yep.
But may I speak about myself.
Mm.
Me not have to talk what me do
Mm.
for people. It's not a day-to-day. It's not a one-off thing.
Mm.
I was born this way where me just love people.
Mm.
Yeah.
If me not like your energy, me stay me distance.
Yeah.
Thank
You understand what I mean?
Yep.
But me always caring, right? Me always sympathetic. But me not feel that way for myself.
Okay, so you
So-
use the word sympathetic and caring, but love,
It's all those things.
the meaning of love, yeah, it's an intense feeling of deep
But
affection.
yeah,
That's what
but
it's, that's what
you-
love
Yeah,
means.
yeah, you
the
look
word.
for look for the meaning. Yeah,
That is the meaning.
yeah. I
Yeah.
ask you to define the word love.
Yeah.
The main reason why me ask you because me already know. So
Yeah.
may I ask you now for you to clarify to yourself
No, I know.
because that the way there
No,
in that
no,
in
sir.
that in this way now I'm explaining to you that the way when I feel about other people I don't feel it for myself.
Welcome
don't you-
aboard, DJ.
So-
Sorry.
so-
Welcome aboard, DJ Richie. Welcome aboard,
So when a person say
Richie B. Sorry.
yeah, when a person says self-love, yeah, you don't necessarily have to say you have to love others before you can give love. It's not true. Because me love other people around me, but me not feel that love for my own self.
Don't you
That's
think?
me. That is me.
But then, don't you both
Oh.
think that that's something that you need to work
Work
on,
on.
and,
Of
and,
course,
and,
yeah.
and that's something that you
Work
need to
on why?
you
Why?
need to recognize.
So you can
Okay, you
feel that
recognize it,
love.
but why don't you feel like you deserve to love yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
Me
Why
too busy
don't-
for myself.
But that's what I'm saying. Why do you not
You don't
feel
give yourself that time. Then.
you don't give
You
yourself
give
that
everyone
time?
time, but not yourself. That's
Yeah,
what we got to
but
work on.
yeah.
Your time for yourself.
Yes.
Well, all right, that is the thing too. I hardly have time for myself.
That's why you don't know.
Exactly.
That's why you're not seeing the self.
That's why you don't know how to self-love and don't know how
Yeah,
to
but
love
me not
yourself.
have-
You
all
don't
right.
give yourself time to. You don't give yourself the time to do whatever. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go for a massage. I've had a long week. I've done this, that for
Yeah.
everyone else, and I'm just gonna go and have a massage and massage my foot, my back, or a body massage, whatever. That is a form of self-love because you're giving yourself time to relax, rejuvenate, re-energize, revitalize yourself to be able to do the same for others like you've been doing.
Yeah. But sometimes.
Because it's like what's happening is you're just running from an empty battery. You're
But then do you
running
know
from an empty battery. You're rinsing out your battery. You're on your level is low, and you're still giving, and it's low.
Hear what happened?
And I'm sure in the Bible says that you must. I don't know if it's the Bible, but there's a saying that you must fill up your cup before you fill up
Bible.
You know-
anyone else's
Yeah.
cup, right? So it's in the Bible.
And I
I'm
agree
so
with
happy.
you because I'm like that.
All
Like
right.
I'm so like 100%. You are me. I'm just starting to learn to do that for myself. But I'm saying that is me. Like I always give. That's just who I am. I can't help. I can't change that. But I know by doing that, I've hurt myself from keep doing that. So that's why I'm learning from the mistakes to start doing, removing myself, cut, and take me first. But that is me all over. I am you. That's
Yeah.
why I agree with everything you're
But-
saying.
You know-
Faye says, sorry, Benson. Faye says, Benson, you must have some sort of, hang on a minute. Well, she wrote something else, sorry.
Scroll up.
Yeah, Benson, you must have some sort of love and care for yourself. Otherwise, you cannot give it to anyone else. Example, children, your parents, your siblings, or your partner.
But that is a myth. That is
and
a lie.
and Faye says, if you didn't love yourself, you wouldn't even wash yourself
I was gonna
at
say.
dear our night time. You wouldn't even go out the bed because you wouldn't be bothered. It's a form of depression, really, I think.
And that is
and-
so. Do you know
and
what?
you know what? Thank you, Faye, for that.
Thank
because
you, Faye.
even having a wash
But even
every single day
No, it's
is
true.
part of self-love.
It's
self.
True.
No.
Yes, it's hygiene.
Yeah, what happened?
It's hygiene.
no,
Yes,
Yes,
it's
it's
Can I
hygiene.
cut you, Vincent?
No,
Wait,
because
sorry.
it's hygiene. Because he's gonna say it's hygiene.
what
It's
happened?
true. No,
It's
it's not
hygiene.
hygiene. It's not just hygiene.
Yeah, what happened?
It all
Before
falls
you,
in the
before
line
you
of
land,
self.
before you land, like what Nubian said, like what Faye said. Thank you, Faye, for that comment. As women, yeah, obviously this doesn't apply to you because you can't birth a child. Yeah, when you have a baby, yeah, you can sometimes get into a depressive state where all you're doing is looking after the child, doing everything for the child, but you're not combing your hair. You're not getting yourself dressed for the day because all you're doing, especially if the child is age 0 to 6 or 8 months, let's just say between those ages, or even younger, 0 to 6 months. Yeah,
I'm gonna read you out in a minute tomorrow. I can see your
that's
comment.
when.
Welcome aboard, Capreem.
Welcome aboard, Capreem. That is when all your energy goes into that child. You're waking up, you're getting used to that child's routine. You're waking up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to breastfeed, or even if you're not breastfeeding, you're bottle feeding, you're doing that. You don't get the time to wake up and say, you know what, let me get myself ready and then let me get the baby ready. No, you're just getting the baby ready. You're just doing this. And you don't even comb your head. And you realize to yourself that your head sides is in your mouth. Your miggle head of your piece gone. Do you get what I'm saying? You've had the same, you wore the same t-shirt for 2 days. You don't even realize because you're so tired and you're on auto. You are on auto to the point where you don't do these stuff. You don't bathe your skin, and there's so much women out there that has happened to. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're just thinking about the child.
Postnatal.
Postnatal. Do you get what I'm
Postnatal,
saying?
yeah.
Postnatal.
Yeah.
So you're just thinking about the child, making sure that the child is okay. But really and truly, you're not doing anything for yourself.
And sometimes it can actually be worse than that. Sometimes they neglect the child as well. 'Cause it's so bad.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because it
exactly.
gets so
So
bad.
bad.
And,
And
if
then
you
what-
don't wipe the behind of the ears of the baby,
It will
it's cheese.
smell like cheese. Jesus Christ.
Oh dear. This
Stop
serious.
it.
This
Oh my
serious.
God, stop.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Listen, if the
No, serious.
baby's ears smell like cheese,
Serious.
it's a
There's
problem.
crevices.
I need to stop it.
No,
I
no,
need to stop it.
no, but there's crevices on the babies, and you know when they're born,
Oh
you
my
have
God.
to make sure you clean them properly. And because you're not feeling yourself, you will neglect the baby too.
Yes, and that's because you're so tired.
Yeah.
You're like what we were saying before. You're on auto. You're waking up at all times of the night. The baby's crying. You don't know why the baby's crying. You're trying to figure out your baby. You might
forget-
love your baby.
You
but
forget
you're
about
trying to
yourself. That's
figure
what
out.
you forget about yourself.
When
even
you're
harder as
single,
single
and
parent.
you've got no
Exactly.
family around.
But if you've got no family
Even
around,
if you
just
have family, you still forget yourself.
you still
Yeah.
forget yourself.
It's true.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
It's definitely harder for those who don't have no one, though.
yeah,
The
absolutely.
ones
If you
that
don't have
no one.
absolutely no one,
No
then
support network.
do you get what I'm saying?
Tamara says, maybe you don't know how to identify self-love because you have mentioned things like that are a form of self-love, such as boundaries, cutting people off that are not serving you well. That's
Exactly.
true.
That's very true.
Exactly.
Very, very true.
But
Now,
you see, whenever I tell you, like, oh, this show to me is the first time I'm really looking into it, and a few of the topics that you has mentioned in the past and stuff. I think about other things, but even like with this now, I've never really sit and thought about loving myself, to be honest. You get what I mean? And the way that I am, it never changed, and people around me have a problem with me not showing them love and respect. And I don't have a problem in caring for anybody. And if I bathe for 45 minutes each time, I'm bathe for every day. That don't mean I love myself. I just not like smell sweaty.
exactly. Well,
Yeah,
that's a
but
level
it's
of love.
But
I
it's
know
a
love.
level.
And now it's self.
No.
It's
Benson,
self.
wait, let me land here because every time I've
self.
seen Benson, he's been put together. His hair's been done.
Yeah.
He never looks like trash, so he got some form of self-love because
Thank
I've never
you.
seen this man
Thank you.
look like Paputu.
Otherwise, he'll be
So
smelling
he-
like George on the
Aye.
street. Yeah.
So he's got some form of self-love.
No.
You must look in the mirror and think, you look good today.
Yeah.
No, you know what happened. You know I wonder, really, I'm gonna make a confession.
These are my confessions.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I think something wrong with me mentally. In the way when I think.
You keep.
Because at the end of the day, really and truly, probably me discuss this with people around me before and we never pay attention to it.
Mm.
But me not pay attention to myself like that. Me know me have to shower in the morning. Me know me have to shower in the night and brush my teeth. And me know me ear one done now. And them something there. You understand? Cause when from a child, remember from a child when you wake up every morning, the first thing your mom do, is bring you in the bathroom to shower. So those things come a part of you.
Some mothers.
Some.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not standard.
No, remember me I talk about me.
Yes.
Cause I don't want nobody feel offended by
No.
what I'm saying. I'm
Yes.
talking about me.
You're talking about you personally, yeah.
So those things for showering in the morning, brushing your teeth, make sure that your hair is well groomed. Because if my hair never well groomed, right now my grandfather, if I go him graveside now with the locks on my head, him turning him grave. Cause me could not go by my grandfather without my hair comb. So those things become the norm for you to have personal hygiene. You understand what I mean?
But it doesn't mean it
Not-
will stay with you though. Just because you've been shown that, people been shown a lot of things, but then they lose themselves and then
But
They don't
that
bathe.
is self. That is self.
But it's self-love.
Remember-
For you to get up
no,
and bathe, it's still
remember-
self-love because I've been told that, but doesn't mean if I'm depressed, if I'm depressed, sorry, I can get up and not bathe for 10 days. But I've been shown all my life to get up and bathe.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, so when you said depression make you don't want to bathe,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
part
I'm
of
saying,
depression.
yeah, it's part
That's
of-
a
part-
big-
it is-
it's a
big
it is
part of
depression. It
So
really
that
is.
Very big
that
part
is
of
a part of
depression.
But I wasn't taught that.
yeah. But here what happened? The amount of depression when me go under and me make sure it's a me bathe every day same way.
Self-love though, that's because you
And-
still love yourself.
Still
No,
got us-
because you know
Even if it's 1%,
doesn't matter.
you
it
know
got
that
it.
something is anytime you remember if you wake up in the morning, right? If you wake up in the morning and don't have a shower, you can't have a good day to me. And that has become the norm. For me, I may make sure I stick to the topic. I've always shown love for people around me and appreciate people, give them the love and the respect before, always, and will always continue to do so until the Most High Jah take my life. Now, what I'm saying is, I have never, the feelings that I have for people around me, I don't have it for myself. And when you look at it, and persons will say self-love, right? Say you have to love yourself before you love others. If when I look into it personally, it doesn't resonate with me because that is not for me. It doesn't apply to me because I've always loved persons around me, but I don't love myself.
So how do you love them if you don't love yourself?
But
But
see, the
that-
thing,
But that is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're. It seems like no one is understanding
But
what
I
I'm
understand.
I
you, so I'm
understand
saying
what you're
I hear
saying.
you,
Yeah,
but-
saying. Have anybody around me, yeah, have ever complained that I don't have any manners, that I don't show them love, that I don't show them kindness? No one. The only thing what them was about me is that boy him feisty, and him will tell you in mind, don't it? But them never say him no love people, them never say him no kind, them never say me no helpful. But I don't feel that love for my own self, and I don't think nothing is wrong with it.
There isn't nothing wrong with it. I don't feel like there is because I'm the same. I'm literally the same. And
See?
I understand him. Like,
Okay.
it just naturally comes. You can't help. Is it not on? It's on. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. I understand him. Like I don't know why my brain feels like that. Like I feel like it's natural. It's natural for you to be that way. It's not like, oh, I'm thinking, oh, I have to be. I can't help it. Like I just put everyone first.
Yeah, because
not-
okay, that's how you're born. That's your makeup. That's your character.
You know, a couple
That's
years
how you
ago.
are. But I feel like God has made you, yeah, universe, divine source, whatever you want to call it. But He has instilled that bit of self love within yourself to be able to do that for others.
You know
That's
what
just
happened?
my personal opinion. But I'm not. I don't. I'm not disregarding the fact that you don't feel it. Do you
For
get what I'm
myself.
saying? For yourself,
You know-
because it's a feeling at the end of the day, and if you don't recognize that feeling and you don't know how that feels, it's gonna be hard for you to recognize it.
All right.
It's
You
gonna be
know-
hard for you to do it.
We have to address the people that's the viewers
Yeah.
first, please. Faye says people think that they have no self-love, but deep down they do.
That's what I'm saying.
You think you don't have it
You think
Well-
you
because you
but
don't understand
have.
it.
Because you don't. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Because you don't
and,
understand
Well,
it, or you don't.
probably-
Someone else, 'cause you got.
All right.
You don't
Love
understand it.
yourself,
You
right.
can't just say to yourself, you know what, I don't have it. And if you don't understand it, you don't know if you don't have it or not.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Nubian.
Me.
I remember something, right?
Hang
Now
on
go
a
share
minute.
it.
Hang
Yeah.
on a minute.
Go
Manager
ahead.
General says, if you don't have self-love, how are you going to show love to somebody else? He said that already. Benson, you love people and will do a lot for them, but you will do so much more and know more at some point because you still have to do you, bro. And he also says, if you don't clean behind your ears as adults, it smells too.
Oh dear.
Manager
You
General says,
serious?
taking care of yourself
No,
is
sir.
self-love because you have a choice. You never have to do it.
Exactly.
You
Well,
know, that's
have
what we
to
were
do it.
saying.
Whether
There
you
is
was taught it
people-
or not.
Right, there's people out there that choose not to bathe. Yeah, you can go on the bus, you can be walking past them, and straight away it's going straight to the back of your nose, and you're like, "Whoa!" Do you get what I mean? And you're not judging, and you're not saying, "Oh, they just stink," but that's what you're smelling because they don't have a level of self love or self care for themselves to be able to actually bathe, take the time, and hygiene is a big thing, you know.
So-
Hygiene is a big
Yeah.
thing.
I'm gonna say
Nu-
something to the
Nubian.
panel.
Talk to us.
Nubian. You know, I just remember just now. I don't remember a lot of things, but I remember this just now.
Oh dear.
My mother, yeah. I love my mother. Me and my mother and my father live good. And all of my brothers and sisters. But I just remember this. My mother tell me, oh, me I got dead, you know. And I just remember. But I don't know if she remember. But I was so small. That time I was maybe about 7 or 8, if my memory serves me right. So my mother got help this old lady, right? I remember clearly with the on the veranda, not the carport, right? But I see this man a struggle across the road with this animal or whatever it is. I mean, watch him on about maybe about 9 persons in the carport. I watch the man with some big people that are, you know. Me probably, me about 7 or 8. But me did always a bit tall for my age. But I remember clearly that me come on for the veranda, the carport, and go help the man. But I go help him, but I fall down. When I fall down now and come back, mommy them must say, you go help him and thing like that, and then 2 other men come off of the place and come help me. But I don't know. And my mother say, you know why how you got dead? Because you go out of the way too much for people. I don't know if she remember. So that simple means if I was about 7, 8 at that time, that means a summer born. For always I look out for people and probably she don't even remember. But it just clocked back in my head just now. So being caring for people or whatever it is, some people born with that thing. Me no love when nobody around me hurt. For who know me, me no like when no matter what situation. Probably that's why me not have nothing in life.
That's just in your nature.
Yes,
Yes,
so
it-
some
well,
people
yeah.
born with this where them love and care for them not like when nobody around them is sad. That no mean Me love my kids them. Me do anything for anybody around me. You understand? It's not like I don't know love and I don't know how to give love. But personally, I don't feel that love for myself.
I just don't think you recognize it. I feel
Well,
like
maybe it's a
I feel
recognition.
like it's the recognition. I feel like just like how you were talking about
And
your
I feel like the
character.
more you say it, it's the more you're believing your own
Yeah.
words.
Yeah,
And the thing is, yeah. No,
Oh dear.
seriously, because end of the day, you must have some form of level of self-love in order to be caring like that.
right. So
You
That's
know,
what
so
I'm
and
saying.
exactly,
um,
Nubian.
yeah, because end of the day, not to be funny, and I'm not meaning to blow my own trumpet. Oh, but I'm gonna do it. I feel like I'm one of the most caring, loving, empathetic. You name it, I'm it. Does that mean I don't love myself?
No.
No,
Exactly.
and I
It's
feel
just
like we've-
levels of it.
Right, it's levels.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
difference is between you and Benson is that you recognize it, and he doesn't
Maybe it's just
recognize it.
different for
It's
males.
Yeah.
and that's what
I
we we're
think it's
saying. I feel
different
like
for
for males,
males.
it's maybe what they feel like they have to do as a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they have to be as a man
It's
in
the
this whole
emotions, though.
society.
They lack that emotional side. So
Right.
that's what's gonna draw you back.
Right.
But
to
this is why
self-love.
I like when the men take part in the show, because, you know, we always like to find balance between the women and the men, and to find out the difference between
No,
the
but
male and the thing.
I'm a very emotional person, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't
but you've
get
been
me
taught
wrong.
to be a provider as a man. So you're
Yes.
providing that care, you're providing all these things, but you're not
Yes.
taking it in for yourself.
Yes.
It's not all about when when you heard the word provider, you know, it doesn't just mean finance.
Yes,
give
exactly.
It's
you-
not just for the finance
It's not.
purposes.
It's not just for the
Provider
finance.
is a wide spectrum.
Yes. And I feel
Exactly.
like with Benson, just like how he's saying that when he was 7, 8 years old, he was born. God also made you with self-love. That, which is why
You're
you're
not
like
been,
that.
yeah, you
Do you
haven't
get
been
what I
left
mean?
out.
You haven't been. You've got that. Maybe it's like you don't recognize that's what you have because you don't understand or recognize the actual feeling, the notion of it towards yourself. But you have it instilled in you because you was made like that because you're so caring for others. Do you get what I mean?
Well, some people lack that, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a lot
A lot of people
lack
lack
that.
it.
A
I
lot.
feel like
Like
there's a small
selfish.
percentage, of people that still have, that are very caring, empathetic, loving, giving, nurturing. It's a very small percentage, and I don't care who tells me. It's a small percentage because of the level of selfishness that's out there these days. Jojo B says sometimes you need your friends and family to remind you of self-love.
Like I said, you need your team.
Yep. Richie B has said a lot as well. Richie B said, I thought you sister Sledge girls was about to sing. And Christine says, Benson, I'm always telling you to take time out for yourself. Rosie says, take time out for yourself, love yourself, care
Do.
about yourself. What
Do.
you do, where
Where
you go, relax. So giving yourself time in life.
exactly
sure.
time.
Yes, and Richie B also said, I thought, let's disregard that. Thank you guys, great conversations. You girls look like a soul band
Oh,
just
yeah.
about to break out a tune.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's it. And Manager General says, you will do some things for people, bro. Not every, did I read that already? No.
No.
Not every or anything. There's a limit that you will go for people.
Right. Right.
Because there's certain things that you just won't do. There's certain things that you will do and support and
Yes.
whatever. But there's still, everyone has a limit, you know. There's only so much you can go.
yes.
How far are you going to go for people?
Yes.
How far are you going to
Where
go?
self-love comes involved, because if you don't love yourself,
How
you'll
far
be
you
a
gonna
fool
go?
for somebody else.
Yeah. You
That's
will.
the question.
You will. You will. And you
Um,
won't be able to give your full self
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
anything. In anything. Work, relationships, friendships, which is also relationships. Do you get what I mean? You won't be able to give your full self.
And I feel
Exactly.
like, a lot of people are scared to let people go when it comes to self-love. if you have lost yourself from and you can't find yourself, you need to let them people go. And people are scared to, but
Yes.
if you really are, your energy is drained, why are you still in this position? Because you've left them people in your life and you need to let go. And
Exactly.
even if people are supposed to be in your life, they'll come back to you. Tenfold, they'll come back to
Yep.
you. If that person's supposed to be in your life,
They'll come back. Exactly.
find
People
their
are
way
too
back.
scared because they're
Yes.
like, oh my God, I'm going to be lost without
Do you
the
know
person.
what?
Let
That is such a good
go.
point. It's such a good point. It really is, because I feel like sometimes that person is not good for you at that time.
At that time.
And it's not gonna work at that time. But then when you take yourself away and you give yourself that self love and say to yourself, you know what, I can't do this and I'm gonna let you go. You realize that if that person is for you later on, you end up coming back together.
And it lets them see you for who you are
Right.
as well.
And there's growth. There's been growth. There's been healing. You're more wiser. You've changed. Do you get what I'm saying? But like C said, people are so scared to let go because they feel like they're losing a part of themselves.
That's right.
But you
So
gotta
big
gain
up all the
self-love.
people. Big up all the people that have recently let go. Well done.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank
Seriously.
you.
Well done to you. Well done to you.
Well done to you, because it's such a big step to do that.
hard.
There's so
How about
many.
a round of applause?
Yeah, there's so many men.
And I'm going to be
women
honest, yeah.
Standing ovation.
I'm going to be honest. I let go of something that I thought was going to be there for a long time. And I'm telling you on God, when I let that go, I found self-love. And I was like,
Wow.
oh my God, I found me again.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hi.
Absolutely amazing.
I'm
What
telling you,
What
it
is your
works.
name? My name is C.
And I'm beautiful. And I'm black. And I'm, all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I'm
That's
telling
good.
you have to let go of certain things for you to find yourself again. And even if that person's for you, like I keep saying, they'll come back. Stop being scared of letting go.
Exactly. On that note, as a lot of us may know, we lost. Changing the topic slightly, we lost Eliana Andam, 15-year-old girl that got killed in Croydon on Wednesday, and I'm not gonna lie to you, people. That one hit me differently because it was just a senseless killing, and it just wasn't. No killing is acceptable, but to me, like it was just it's too much for me to bear. So we're gonna do a minute silence for Ilana. They had something today for her in remembrance of her. So we're gonna do a minute silence here for her today, and R.I.P. to those who's lost people through violence. Yeah, so we're going to start that. Let me make sure it's 1 minute before I go over the top. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, R.I.P. baby girl, R.I.P. to Ilana, and R.I.P. to you, baby girl. May your soul rest in eternal peace. Yes, on that note, it's a bit solemn at the moment, but on that note, we're going to round up the show. Thank you all for those that's taken part in the show, and thank you for our special guest Phoenix that's come in to share her wonderful views about self-love. There is also a helpline about self-love if you would like to give them a call if you got some low self-esteem. The number is 0808 196 9127. That's 0808 196 9127 if you feel like you might need to talk to somebody about low self-esteem and loving yourself a little bit more, even depression, or you're just feeling a little bit low, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, don't let anyone feel like there's anything wrong with speaking to anybody about your problems. And on that note, tune in. Make sure you tune in on Friday, this coming Friday, 11 o'clock GMT, where you have Benson playing some sweet, sweet, sweet music for you. And Sunday, back here again, chill and spill. If you can't be good, be careful. Ladies, if you'd like to say some words.
Love yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Put yourself first. Yes.
Yes. Continue to love yourself. Seriously, just try your best to put yourself first. Put yourself into those uncomfortable situations because normally the best things come out of uncomfortable situations. So learn to let go, learn to put yourself first, and change. Try and change.
Phoenix? Anything?
Just thank you for having me.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully I come back.
Oh. For sure. And one more thing, I would like to say RIP to Destiny 5, one of our loyal viewers that tunes in every single week. Dad passed away. So my condolences goes out to you and the family. My deep condolences. My thoughts and prayers are with you guys at this time. And these times are always difficult, losing, you know, a loved one. It's always difficult, but I'm praying God will give you the strength because he always, always does. Thank you, Christine. Christine says, great topic. I'm glad, I'm hoping that, you know, these topics are nice for you guys. I mean, end of the day, there's ups and downs and everything in all topics that we do, but we like to spread awareness on these topics because it's out there and we have to address them.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah. So until next week, if you can't be good, be careful. Love and guidance. Take care.
Take
Bye.
care.
Take